You as it is, you have an addiction problem.
Yeah.
At a private studio in Nairobi, Anna Wanjiru hosts a guest for the 4th episode of her podcast, Anna Dives. Anna is a health and wellness expert and one in a growing number of podcasters in Kenya and indeed Africa.
What inspired me is the need for more conversations around the health and wellness space that are relevant to us here in Africa. And there are so many amazing experts in the field who would really just impact somebody's life.
And like many podcasters who choose to do it from the comfort of their homes, she decided to use SEMAbox Studios for pre- and post-production services. SEMA, Swahili for Just Say It, was launched in September 2020 by Kenyan musician and architect Dana Seda.
The youngest podcaster we've had here is 19, but the oldest is in her 60s. So everybody seems to be starting a podcast right now.
Aseda says the podcast scene in Kenya, East Africa, and indeed the continent keeps growing from strength to strength.
So we incubate podcasts at SEMAbox, and what that means is that we're an early investor in the show. If we think it has high potential, we invest in it early, we build it up, and then we can do a revenue split with our creators.
It is this potential that Josephine Karanjahe and Melissa Mbugua, the founders of Africa Podfest and the brains behind the Africa Podcast Day, saw and decided to come up with an annual festival, the Africa Podfest, to celebrate African podcasters as well as evaluate their journey this far. This is the 3rd Africa Podfest.
Africans are podcasting in different languages about their homes, their childhoods, their lived experiences, their families, their futures, their hopes, and the problems that they're facing. And one of the things that people have always gravitated towards, and what we found in our research, is that people are looking for content that is about personal development and self-development. They're looking for content that is connecting to their reality. So they are looking for some news, but mostly about entertainment. We want somewhere where we can disappear for a short while, but also we want the choice to listen to audio wherever we are.
So podcasting is like radio burst open. We are seeing in Africa uptake of podcasting is actually by communities who are typically in the margins. So women, LGBTQ communities, people of color, in countries where race is still a big issue. So interestingly, the pioneer podcasts that have on the ground support and very large audiences and that have been around for a long time are those that are representing cultures, opinions, views of communities who you would typically not see in the media universe.
The theme for this year's Podcast Day is Podcasting is Freedom. Is it?
That's the beauty. There's no barrier to entry.
Because of the fact that it's structured in a system on the internet which is much freer, much more open to experimentation, much less regulated.
You can definitely make money from podcasting, and you can have advertising on your podcast. You can have related content where it crosses over into traditional media. But by and large, Africa Podfest exists because there isn't quite a connected African podcast ecosystem yet. And once that happens, when studios connect with creators, connect with those who have the pocket to actually invest in their podcasts, that's when things will take off.
So next time you have something to say,
and today's theme is Podcasting is Freedom,
you may just consider putting it in a podcast. Sarah Kimani, SABC News, Kenya.